On vacation, leaving her 1-year-old daughter at home in a playpen to starve to death. An emotional day in court here that ended with a judge sentencing Crystal Candelario to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
That judge calling her actions the ultimate act of betrayal. Nat Rascone has more from inside the courtroom.
We're here on a very tragic case.
Prosecutors, the judge, and investigators described it as one of the most horrific cases.
She is taking a suitcase and now leaving Cuyahoga County.
Then 31-year-old Crystal Candelario vacationing in Puerto Rico.
She was a mother. She got a title that means something in this world.
While her 16-month-old daughter, Jaylene, was trapped in a pack-and-play with her feces for 10 days, starving to death.
This baby loved her mother, she needed her mother, and her mother betrayed her.
When Candelario finally returned home, she called 911 in a panic.
She didn't want this to happen. You could hear that.
Her attorney says she was dealing with depression and anxiety without treatment. Through an interpreter, Candelario said she's asked for forgiveness.
I'm not trying to justify my actions.
Pero nadie sabe cuánto yo estaba sufriendo.
But nobody knew how much I was suffering.
Dios y mi hija me han perdonado.
God and my daughter have forgiven me.
Prosecutors said after finding her, Candelario changed her daughter's clothes and lied to police to hide her crime, then continued to talk about her fun vacation while in jail.
You committed the ultimate act of betrayal.
Judge Brendan Sheehan described the bond between mother and child as the most pure and sacred, and then handed down the maximum sentence.
You should spend the rest of your life in a cell without freedom. The only difference will be that prison will at least feed you.
Just a disturbing story. All of the investigators impacted by this case were inside the courtroom for Jaylene. Candelario's parents also spoke in court, lamenting the death of their granddaughter while also standing by their daughter. Candelario is also a mom to a 7-year-old daughter. It's unclear where she was while Candelario was on vacation. Christy.
It is one of the saddest things.
Yeah.
Nat Rascone, thank you.
Now this is a disturbing case. Yeah, I was told about this story. My cousin said, hey man, do a story on this. Now heading for a 10-day vacation while abandoning her own child resulted in Crystal Candelario being sentenced to life imprisonment on Monday for the aggravated murder of her 16-month-old daughter, Jaylene. The tragic sequence of events unfolded when Candelario, 32, left her daughter alone at home in a playpen with a few bottles of milk while she embarked on her vacation, partying hundreds of miles away in Puerto Rico and Detroit. During her absence, the cries of Jaylene pierced the stillness of the night, captured by a neighbor's doorbell camera. Despite the relentless wails, no one came to the toddler's rescue. It was only upon Candelario's return that she discovered her daughter's lifeless body, having endured days of neglect, starvation, and extreme thirst. The toddler suffered from severe dehydration. Now, during the sentencing hearing, forensic pathologist Elizabeth Mooney described the harrowing ordeal Jaylene endured. Mooney revealed that the toddler suffered from severe dehydration and emaciation, indicating prolonged agony lasting possibly up to a week. The abandonment, coupled with the physical torment of hunger and thirst, painted a grim picture of the child's final days. Law enforcement officials described the case as one of the most horrific they've encountered in their careers. Prosecutors presented damning evidence, including security footage of Candelario leaving for her vacation and returning to find Jaylene near death. The contrast between the carefree demeanor of Candelario and dire condition of her child was stark and haunting. Assistant Cuyahoga County Prosecutor Anna Faraglia played a 911 call made by Candelario upon her return, pleading for help as she claimed her daughter was dying. "Please, I need help," she wailed in a 911 call played during the sentencing. "Please, please, help me. My daughter is dying." Yeah, she's dying because your stupid ass went to Mexico and Detroit and just abandoned a little child. Man, she got a demon in her. For her to do something like that. Now, they say she had a 7-year-old daughter, or a 7-year-old child. I'm not sure if it was a boy or a girl. Where was she at? Where was the other child at? Why couldn't the daughter stay? Why? What the hell would make you do something like that? Man, I just can't understand this. I bet her fat ass was eating when she was in Mexico. I bet she didn't miss a meal. Now, Faraglia said Jaylin was found lying on a mattress covered in urine and feces. "Animals take care of their infants better," she said. The girl was emaciated, with sunken eyes, dry lips, and fecal matter in her mouth and fingernails. That is insane. She weighed 7 pounds less than she had at her last doctor's visit 2 months earlier, Mooney said. Now, the investigators said Candelario had left Jaylin alone for 2 days just before she went on vacation. During the proceedings, Candelario's parents attributed her actions to mental health struggles, pleading for leniency from the court. Yeah, she got life in prison, but I would say that they should have at least went for the death penalty, because that's what she deserved, if you ask me. Now, Candelario herself expressed remorse, stating that she prays for forgiveness daily. However, Judge Brendan Sheehan delivered a scathing rebuke, condemning Candelario's betrayal of the sacred bond between mother and child. In his final ruling, Judge Sheehan sentenced Candelario to life in prison without the possibility of parole, emphasizing the gravity of her actions and the irreparable harm inflicted upon Jaylin. The only difference is that prison will at least feed your fat ass, he said, highlighting the stark contrast between Candelario's freedom and her daughter's tragic fate. A little sweet, innocent child. That baby did not ask to be brought into this world under those type of circumstances, you fat, stupid ass broad. May she rest in peace. And to the family members, I know they're suffering. I know that this is killing them inside. But rest in peace to that innocent soul. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.